Namaskar. Today we have in the studio with us Miss Neelam Kulsresht. Ma'am is an ELT expert, a state teacher awardee, a CELTA certified teacher. Ma'am has 40 years long experience of teaching adolescent learners. She is a content developer with the CBSE, Directorate of Education, SCRT, NCRT, and for Diksha channel too. Ma'am has been training teachers for the past 33 years. She must have conducted 500 workshops by now.
That I am lucky that people allowed me to train them.
Yes. From Neelam ma'am, we would like to know about the BSB textbook, and we will like to know about how grammar should be taught to the student and what the teachers can do to develop the communicative competence of their learners.
Sure.
Neelam ma'am, you are welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, Asha.
Yes, Neelam ma'am, to begin with, we would like you to talk about the textbook of BSB, how the textbook are unique, and have the textbook been prepared as per the guidelines and recommendation of NEP and NCF School Education 2023, and do they meet the national and global expectations too?
Yes,
please ma'am.
Very well asked question. You know, I have been teaching for more than 45 years by now. I have seen so many textbooks for all the different boards and states, but these books, they were so attractive to me. Number one, the names. They have been taken from Indian nakshatras like Rohini, Kritika, Vrikshira, Punarvasu, Ardra. So these names, they certainly will inculcate in curiosity amongst our learners that what are they, what is the significance of these nakshatra. And at the same time, when the students of class 5th will use the book, they'll find at the back 5 things are given. So at the back page is also being utilized. So 5 yamas of yoga are given for class 5th. When it comes to the textbook for class 4th, 4 things are taken care of. So 4 Vedas. So for class 4, they have taken 4 Vedas. So the back of the last page, which is normally left blank in other books, this has been used for enriching the experience of our learners. In the same way, Kritika for class 3rd, it has got three gunas, Satogur, Rajogur and Tamogur. So these books, every part of the textbook is used to inculcate our sanskars, Indian knowledge, color, design, our crafts, and next they have been developed using various tribal and folk art. So this will give job. This will give job to number of our learners because they'll fall in love with this art. And not only is this art, even the cover page has got a design which is taken from the content from the lesson. So like this is story, or the story where the squirrel is trying to help Ram in building the Ram Setu. So all these things are so fascinating that children would certainly love to look at them. Another very unique feature which I have not seen anywhere is Sanskrit shlokas are given along with every lesson. Every unit caters, means with every unit they have given one Sanskrit shloka. So certainly they will know the importance of Sanskrit. Because the students who start learning English, they think Sanskrit is to be learnt only by those who want to recite mantras in temples. But now looking at this, they'll know that through mantras, through shlokas, through our ancient knowledge, we can go to the moon. Our Chandrayaan mission scientists, they even use Sanskrit shlokas to more. Even number of medicines, herbs, they were able to develop them only after doing a lot of research work through Sanskrit shlokas. So not in one sense, these books are unique in number of senses, and that is so appealing and so exciting about these books.
Right.
Yes.
Right, we got it, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, my second question to you is that, like NEP talks about embedding IKS-based curriculum for the student.
Yes.
Do these textbooks also show this IKS in their textbook?
Yes. We have been using English or any other language or education system that was a borrowed one. we were given education because somebody wanted us to be slave. So this is the time when we want our children to evolve like our own citizens. They'll not get food from here and worship somebody else or praise somebody else. Now they know where they are rooted. They'll now work on culture. So our Indian culture, Indian values will be inculcated in our children. We'll see to it that they are nurtured to evolve as nice, good human beings full of all the virtues which are very basic of our Indian culture and tradition. So Indian knowledge system, you'll see everywhere the lessons, the scriptures, the epics from where the lessons have been taken, activities, everything, you will find plenty of it there.
Indian
it's
knowledge
basically
system.
based on that, Bharatiya Shiksha, that the name suggests. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I also agree with you that the book caters to IKS. Most of the stories have been taken from Hitopadesh, Panchtantra, our epics and our scripture, Upanishads and all. So the I think it's not exaggeration to say that 100% of the content has been taken from the IKS.
Yes.
Right?
Though they are English books, but basically they are talking about Indian culture.
Yes.
So the vehicle that is used is English, but the content is
Indian.
basically Indian.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, will you like to talk about BSB's visions for the learners?
Yes. Now BSB, as a brainchild of Bharatiya Shiksha Board, BSB wants citizens who are aspired to become the great scientists, to be the great researchers. We want them to evolve, like a very small caterpillar evolves into a beautiful butterfly. Likewise, we want our children to evolve as good human beings, and not only they belong to India, they belong to the global village. So all the 21st century skills are developed, means effort has been made that all those 21st centuries skills are developed. So whenever they go to any country, they are not born for India only. So it's not that they are studying these books so they'll be India bound. No.
Right.
On the basis of their knowledge, now they can go to any country and challenge the people there by their vision. So they'll be visionaries.
Beautiful.
They'll be experts in their field. They'll be masters, will be carrying, like they'll be now carrying our culture abroad. Previously, our students were bringing foreign culture to our country. Now our culture will be going to other countries so that they know what is good. Now people are realizing the importance of Indian culture. Now they miss, like they have spoiled their children, they are not respecting their parents. But very core Indian culture is to respect the parents. Acharya Devo Bhav, Pitru Devo Bhav, Matru Devo Bhav. So all these values will be now visible in our students if they study through this curriculum.
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful. I too agree with you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. One more question. Like the books talks about Panch Kosh Vikas. Have the books been prepared as per the Panch Kosh Vikas
yes, very
system?
Well asked
Please
question.
tell us something about that.
No other textbooks in English, if at least I can say, they have been developed keeping in mind the Panch Kosh Vikas, which is a brainchild of NEP, where they want all the aspects of our existence, like physical aspect, that is Annomay, then Pranomay, then Manomay, then Anandamay, and Vigyanmay. Vigyanmay is fourth and Anandamay is the last, when you get pleasure out of your being there. So the concept of existence means we should know who we are, why are we here, and the coexistence with nature, with all the natural elements. So that has all been taken good care of. 5 koshas are there and 5 units are there. Each unit caters to one kosha. So like fitness is important. So that deals with the first one, Annamay. So like gratitude.
That is Annamay Kosh.
Annamay Kosh. So like gratitude, love for all, or being equal, all are equal. So all these units in all the classes are based on these 5 koshas,
Okay,
so that it's not knowledge that is being developed. The whole persona of the child is being developed.
Emotional and
social, all
values
kinds of
too are
developments.
being developed.
They are being developed. Yes.
Okay. Great,
Very good question, because our
Beautiful.
children should know they are not studying only for the sake of knowledge.
That is again the inclusion of IQS in the textbook.
Textbooks.
Like the books have been prepared on the
Future
basis of
citizen.
these koshas.
Future citizen who will not be finishing off all our means natural wealth. Now we'll be able to have our children who will take care of our natural
Nature.
resources,
Right,
nature.
right.
They'll know how to look after nature. They'll be close to nature like our saints and seers were.
Great,
So we want our
great.
children to respect nature, respect other human beings living in other part of the world.
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderfully put. Yes, ma'am. The textbook have a segment. The last part of the textbook talks about our ancestors. Ma'am, will you throw some light on that?
Yes, that was very well required. In our time when we were getting education, at that time there used to be a book Hamare Purvaj, and that was taught to all. So we knew a lot about our ancestors. We learnt a lot from them, like the story of Nachiketa, the story of so many saints who did so well, who did so much for humanity, like Dhanvantari, so who was a father of medicine, who was able to give so many Sushrut, so many medicines, herbal, all those knowledge system. So our children in the present time, because of this education system that was a borrowed one, they didn't know much about their ancestors. So it was well required that they have given at least 4 to 5 ancestors in each book. So even if you are learning English, nobody is asking you not to know your parents, your ancestors who have contributed to the cause of humanity, to the nature. So we should know about them. That certainly is going to be very inspiring for them. Some of them might become like a great arithmetician like Anuj, Ramanujam, or whoever. So that is very means a well required topic that has been taken care of.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, this was about the textbook. Ma'am, now we would like to talk about the teaching learning of English language. Ma'am, we would like to know from you how the teachers should teach grammar in the classroom. Grammar is one such area that become cumbersome and boring for the learners and for the teachers too. Ma'am, what would you suggest? How should the teachers deal with this?
I really pity the teachers who feel grammar is not required. Who teaches grammar these days? They say this. His communicative approach, when it came, people started feeling grammar is not required. Grammar is boring. Grammar is means traditional teaching. Basically, if a driver who knows driving, but he does not know how to correct the problem, who does not know any mechanism, that person may not be a very successful one. So language teaching is one thing, but teaching the basic component of language, how to correct it, means if you are teaching a language, you should know how to correct it. And that aspect can only be learned through grammar. Grammar teaches us whether this sentence is correct or not. If not, why it's not correct and how can we correct it. And that is very important. How can you teach a language without telling this is correct or not?
Right.
So, and practically also, if you go to any competitive exams, most of their questions are based on grammar only.
Right.
So from where would they learn? Cramming is one thing, speaking is another, but knowing the language is not the same. So we should teach grammar not like rule book. We should give them one concept and then make sure that they are well versed with it. They know the parts, like what is it called, like if it is noun, why is it called noun? If it is passive voice, why is it passive? Let them know it. If it is indirect speech, why indirect? Means what is so indirect in this? Like passive voice, when I tell them, passive voice is very important when you don't want to show that you have done something.
Okay.
So all these things should be given to the children, and at the same time, a lot of activity.
Right.
Lot of practical things should be given. Rapid fire round like thing. Games should be used in the teaching grammar. So grammar should be taught along with all the lessons. Whether you are teaching a lesson, Ask them to underline. Suppose you are teaching them, say, active passive voice, and you are teaching a lesson from the text.
Right.
Ask them to underline the sentences which are in passive voice.
Great.
If you are teaching them, say, indirect speech or adjectives, ask them to underline.
Right.
So first ensure that they know that concept. Then only they'll be able to apply. So first is knowledge of that concept, then through your games, through your activities, understanding that concept, and then applying that concept, and then correcting, while correcting that sentence, evaluating and analyzing that concept. So teaching grammar, I think, I enjoy teaching grammar a lot.
Good, ma'am. Great, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, there is a segment in the textbook titled Phonics.
Phonics, yes.
Please talk about that segment of phonics.
That in our time it was missing. Means previously nobody bothered about teaching phonics. In fact, phonics is the word that comes from phone. Phone means sound, from which we have got so many words. So phonic is a concept or a segment given here that tells us how to pronounce a word. And long sound, long vowel sound, short vowel sounds, and then word sounds that are confused. Like in Indian students most of the time, B sound that is produced from B, W sound that is produced from W, and V sound. Most of the children are not able to differentiate it. So it is very essential that phonics should be introduced so that they know exact pronunciation. Then syllables, then combining two sounds together. Means if, like the diphthong. So if I say my I is a diphthong. A and E sounds are joining together. So instead of saying ma-e, they should now know my. So these concepts, this knowledge should be given to the children at an early age. So they know, because once they have learned the pronunciation, it is very difficult to unlearn that. So it's better at the early stage only we introduce phonics so that they are able to pronounce. Especially English is not a language which is spoken the way it is written. You write something and you speak something else. So there it is very well required, and this is very well taken care of.
Okay, ma'am, we got to know about teaching of grammar in the classroom and teaching of phonics to the young learners. Ma'am, now there is a rapid fire round for you. I'll ask you 5 questions. Are you ready for that?
Let me see how you ask me questions.
Okay, ma'am.
Hope I am not caught.
We would like to know, should English be taught as 1, as a subject, 2nd, as a skill, 3rd, as a skill-based subject?
A skill-based subject.
Okay.
Because here we are not teaching for content. Here we are using content to carry that skill.
Okay. Ma'am, and a second question. Which segment of the textbook appeals to you the most?
Grammar.
Grammar.
There are 2 in fact. One is phonics and another is grammar.
Okay. Ma'am, the last question I am putting to you is, what is the myth about Bharatiya Shiksha?
This is a very interesting question. Myth means if I ask somebody, you send your children to Gurukul. They'll say, no, we don't want our children to be Pandits. No, we want to send him or her to an English medium school. What are you saying? These days going to Gurukul? No. Myth is that children who are studying from Gurukul education system or Bharatiya Shiksha will be taught only about how to become a Pandit, how to do rituals. No, it's not that. So that myth is myth, and we want people to know, realize that gone are the days when we were producing, means our Sanskrit was only learned by the children who wanted to become Pandits. But now even scientists, they are delving deep into our epics, into our Upanishads, into our scriptures to know more. Like somebody was telling me, in Abhigyan Shakuntalam there is a reference where Karn Muni, he brings some herbs to cure the deer, and that line gave means some medical expert, that line gave him source to get the medicine.
Good, ma'am.
That is the reality.
Good. Neelam ma'am, thank you very much. It has been quite informative and enriching for us to talk to you. We have got to know so many things about English teaching, learning, and also about the BSB textbook and the vision of the BSB and all. Thank you very much for being with us in the studio. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling me. Thank you.